Okay, so we found a deck of many insults, and because Brandon's a rude person, he's going to read one to you.
As far as you're concerned, proficiency is something that happens to me.
Okay.
The only spirits you've ever raised were on the shelf behind the tavern bar.
All right, so I'm here with Loke Battle Mats. I have it on good authority that the name of the company is Loke Battle Mats, and I'm chatting with Matt, owner, founder, extraordinaire. Is that right?
Definitely accurate, I think.
Okay.
I'll take extraordinaire.
Perfect. So I have been using Loki stuff for many years when I was running in-person RPGs, but also if you've watched any of my lore videos, then you've definitely seen a bunch of their terrain books because I use them for stuff all the time. So I was really excited to come and chat. So what's going on in the world of Loki?
So Gencon's been super busy for us. We're down to a few items left on the table, which is always great. I've got a few of the upcoming products with me, so I might show you some of that.
Oh, very exciting.
So first up, this is the terrain set. So we did a crowdfund for this on Kickstarter. I think it was late last year or early this year. It kind of becomes a blur a bit at the time. But this is one of our 2-book sets.
Yep.
So you get 2 books in one slipcase. And these are kind of plain terrain, so they're detailed but without features on. So lots and lots of different outdoor biomes to use to put your other terrain on. And I'll get to that in a second. There's a lot of pages, so I'm going to speed up my flicking.
That's the best part.
Yeah. So when you get to the back, which we're still going, there are sheets of decals inside the book itself.
Okay.
So 2 in each book. So these are the static thing stickers that will attach to the pages.
Right. And you can stick and re-stick them, yeah?
Because there are 2 books, you can put them out on your table and get a 2-foot by 2-foot area. And that'll pack back down to a 1-foot square, so it'll fit into a backpack nice and easy next to your rule books and like your little mini trays and things. And if you happen to have a long, thin space you want to do, you can do a 1-foot by 4-foot. And you can shrink down with the folding page structure to have just a 1-foot square if that's what you're after.
Yep.
These all have different but matching bits, so yeah, like it's not just a repeat of the same pattern, it's across the whole 2-page spread. And some of them, like near the back, there's things like beaches and things, which that one will match up with a different beach section.
Very cool.
So these are out, I believe, November. They also come with a code on the back of the books, so you can get like a free 5e adventure and the digital map, so you can use them for your online play.
Very exciting.
And as well as that,
this is the one I want.
this is going to be the next giant book release. So this is, I believe, March 25, and there's a slight format change on this one. So the last page, and this is a prototype, so some things are not quite in the right place.
Fair enough.
So this back page here, there'll be a cut line that's going to move a tiny bit further to there so you can see it, where you can cut out these roof shapes, and on the flip side of them is an empty room.
Oh.
So the idea is that you can then use them to cover up and then reveal
And have
buildings.
indoor areas, yeah.
And all of these maps here, the shapes of the roofs there can be covered by all the shapes there.
Very cool.
And this one also comes with free digital stuff. So urban fantasy, and the next one would be detailed interiors for the same buildings. But if you didn't want that to be like an armour shop, you could put one of the blanks down and just have a blank room instead. And obviously you can use the decals from our other sets on these things as well. And what we've started doing with these is we've been trying to like really put into the modularity. So if your gaming group has 2 of these books, we've done it so that a lot of the patterns, this one goes directly into this one. So you can have a big street scene with 2 books next to each other.
Right.
And it becomes a bit more apparent when they're right next to you. So here you've got like a market square, and here the streets leading into it with all the stalls and like the cafes and things like that. So you could have like a big set of town with 2 of them together. I've not got a demo copy for it, but at the same time this releases, there'll be a big book. So this is the giant book of streets, sewers and cemeteries.
Yeah.
and the other one will be a big book of cells and shrines. We like alliteration. So that's
I do
all the
too.
time. And that will be bits that it'll be its own standalone book, but it would complement this one. Same as Wilds, Wrecks and Ruins, which is the one we've just released for outdoor locations. This is kind of that style, but for urban fantasy locations.
Got it. This book looks awesome for Through the Breach, which I play on my channel a lot, and folks watching might notice that everything is gridded for RPG playing, but even though Through the Breach doesn't use a grid, these work very, very well. I know because I ran an in-person campaign and used these books in every single encounter. So they're very cool.
We try as much as possible to make the grid part of the design, not just a direct overlay.
Yeah, and it works very well.
So the cobbles are arranged in squares, but there's not just a big solid black line in your way.
Right.
This is one of my favourites. This is kind of a Donkey Kong inspired one.
Yep.
So you've got like the winding road up a hill and then your step sections. So you can have like the barrels coming down and adventures trying to dodge stuff. Or
Very cool.
scenarios kind of write themselves when you're drawing these things, which is always good.
Mm-hmm.
So lots of tavern sort of space and in space upstairs, warehouse and sort of like yard, the slums, and I've used the same sort of like texture and patterning on the slum rivers as the sewers. So in theory, you could sort of put this map next to there and have it going into or out of the sewer into the slums. Best part of town.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's where you send your players all the time.
Yep, and like I said, all of this looks like it would fit into a Through the Breach campaign exceptionally well, so that's very cool.
Yeah, we try wherever possible to hit that generic enough line where it can be used for as many things as possible.
Right.
While still trying to get enough detail into, make it pop.
Right, and those cling. I don't. Do you still sell the cling sheets separately? Because I know I have a few of them.
We do, yeah. We've got a new set of those coming out November, I think it is, which is Ruins. So it's lots of broken down walls, fallen statues, collapsed columns, that sort of thing.
Right. So if there's not enough detail in one area, you can always just add treasure chests and ruins and walls and all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sort of castle courtyard things, could be a bridge into town. These are, again, we always try and make sure that a single page can be its own unique thing. It doesn't stretch across and rely on the other page for elements. And together it will make a bigger scene.
Nice.
So you can join things together.
Yeah. And the other thing I've tried, and it's worked really well, is because most people watching this are probably also wargamers. If you have 3D terrain, you can just stick it on top, and it actually works really well to add a little bit of a 3D element to it right on the map.
Yep, totally.
Yeah.
And for these, we've on all the sewer maps, we've made sure that the sort of styling, the texturing, and the space of the ends is the same as the other maps in this product. But also, we've got sewer maps in our giant book range with the sort of the buffet ones, which is like here is a selection of things for all sorts of RPG and wargame and skirmishing areas.
Yeah.
And they will fit in as well. So if you have multiple of our products, you can just expand your options.
Excellent.
So we try and make sure we design with our other stuff in mind.
Yeah. So it all works together. Very cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the Build Your Own Battle Maps is fall, you said?
That one, about November. This one, it's like
early next year.
March next year.
Okay. And where should folks go if they are interested in picking some of that stuff up?
So it's available, widely available. So your local hobby shop, we'd probably recommend as the #1 spot because we got to support those guys.
Very good. Absolutely.
But if online's your jam, you can find it online. We sell direct as well, but we'd always say hobby shop first, or whatever suits you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more from Gencon 2024. Huge thank you to the Extremely Cool Kids tier on Patreon, the Steam Powered Scoundrels, Dogmatize, Devin, and the Spilled Paint Pot. And thanks for watching.